I'm not certain there's an ACUNS video to introduce Tom Wies's successor, Krista Jonsson, but maybe in Vienna you'll have some steel pan to accompany you. Thank you to Jerry, to Joy, and to Joni. It's a great pleasure to welcome Krista on his first public occasion to say closing remarks. I'll just make a few thereafter as we head towards the reception. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Well, the reason I sit here before you tonight is that as of today, I succeed Tom Wies as chair of the ACUNS Board of Directors. And I've said it earlier, it's a very tough act to follow. Again, thank you, Tom, for everything you have done for ACUNS. Tom has done everything in ACUNS, and there's no way anyone can match his experience. And I'm very happy that Tom remains on the board so we can take advantage of his experience and wisdom. The first task in my new role is a very pleasant one. It's really to express gratitude on behalf of all of us to all those people who have made this experience possible, this very successful annual meeting, I would say unforgettable annual meeting. And we owe thanks to a great number of people. We owe thanks to Dr. Clement Sankat, the principal of the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies, and his staff, especially Mrs. Betty McCombie. We owe a lot of thanks to the person sitting next to me, Tim Shaw, director of the Institute of International Relations, and his colleagues and staff, especially Mrs. Marilyn Ramon de Fortuné. And Tim, of course, is a long-standing member of ACUNS, and without Tim, we wouldn't be here. Thank you so much. We are also grateful for all the student volunteers, the Blue Angels, who have constantly led us on the right path, and we owe them a lot of thanks. Thank you, all of you. The university staff have been very helpful, especially the staff of the Learning Resource Center. We thank Dr. Marcia de Castro and all the collaborating UN agencies and international organizations, especially His Excellency Luis Fernando Andrade Fala, the Secretary General of the Association of Caribbean States. We are grateful to Mr. Elton Prescott, the President of the UN Association of Trinidad and Tobago. We thank all who provided receptions, lunches, coffee breaks, and transportation, including the Dean of Social Sciences here at UWI, and of course, their Excellencies, the President and First Lady of Trinidad and Tobago. A very memorable reception. It's not often that we move in those circles. And of course, we thank all the plenary and workshop speakers and all the participants. And last but not least, thank you, Patty and Brenda, who have been keeping watching eye on the proceedings and have helped us in the right direction. You could say, I mean, very often you say that coordinating academics is similar to herding cats. Well, you have managed. Thank you very much. In my brief remarks, because we're all waiting for Tim's reception, I thought I'd first say a few words about who I am, because I'm not as well known as Tom Weiss, and then a few words of how I envision the future of ACUNS. I am a professor at the Department of Political Science at Lund University in Sweden, founded in 1666, so I wasn't there, but I got my PhD in 1975, and if you ask my age, I usually say I'm 25 years with 40 years of experience. Our department has been an institutional member of ACUNS since the early 1990s, and I've participated in several annual meetings. My research interests have been in negotiation, diplomacy, international organization, international cooperation. I wrote my dissertation on Soviet bargaining behavior, and then you realize I'm part of antiquity. My experience of academic multilateralism is that I have been president of the Nordic International Studies Association, NISA. And recently I've been selected a member of the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. And I'm sitting in a section that considers candidates for the Nobel Prize in Economy. So if you have any proposals or see yourself as a candidate, let me know. Right now I'm directing a 6-year program, Lund-Stockholm program called Democracy Beyond the Nation State, big question mark, Transnational Actors and Global Governance. And we are cooperating with several ACUNS members in that effort. I am, as of this month, retiring from my department in order to give this research program and ACUNS undivided attention. There are many reasons I like ACUNS. For one thing, it's one of the few places where academics and practitioners can meet and interact. It's also a place where you can combine realism and idealism, which I think is one of the values of ACUNS. It's also an organization that has an annual meeting and conference of a manageable size. Many of the other professional academic organizations, I won't mention any names in order not to embarrass Tom, tend to be too big, have thousands of participants. And my experience is that this format is ideal for young researchers to make their first appearances, trying out their ideas and so forth, whereas some of these other academic conferences can be overwhelming.